Amal Clooney in tears as George Clooney's secret affair scandal destroys their marriage. The once picture-perfect marriage between Amal Clooney, the brilliant human rights lawyer, and Hollywood heartthrob George Clooney, is now being rocked by a scandal that has stunned the world. The pair, often celebrated for their charitable work and A-list status, has found themselves in the midst of a storm following allegations of George Clooney's secret affair. This news comes as a huge blow to their fans, who have long admired their seemingly unshakable relationship. But how did it all come to this? How did a union that once symbolized glamour, success, and devotion end up in shambles? Buckle up, because this explosive revelation will have you glued to your screen. When Amal and George Clooney first got together, it was nothing short of a fairy tale. George, the charming and suave actor, and Amal, the incredibly talented and stunning human rights lawyer, quickly became one of the most admired couples in Hollywood. Their wedding in Venice in 2014 made headlines worldwide, and they were hailed as the ultimate power couple. With their shared passion for global causes, it seemed like the Clooneys were untouchable. For years, they appeared to be living the dream, vacations in exotic locations, an ever-growing family with their twins, and of course, both Amal and George continuing their successful careers. They were the couple everyone admired, and George had never been more publicly affectionate and proud of his wife. But like many Hollywood marriages, things weren't always as perfect behind the scenes as they appeared in the media. It all started when whispers of George Clooney's alleged affair began to surface. Rumors had been floating around for some time, but it wasn't until a few months ago that the first concrete evidence emerged. A woman, who remains unnamed, came forward with explosive claims that she had been having an affair with George Clooney for almost a year. She described intimate details of their encounters and even provided photographs that she alleged were taken during their rendezvous. Naturally, George denied the allegations at first. However, the story quickly picked up steam, and the media attention grew intense. Even more troubling for Amal was the fact that this woman claimed she wasn't the only one. The whispers and stories about George's infidelity began to paint a picture of a marriage on the brink of collapse. What really sent shockwaves through the couple's camp was the leak of text messages, allegedly between George and the woman, which painted a much darker picture. In the texts, George was described as expressing his regrets for being caught and vowed to make it up to Amal, but he also confessed his ongoing infidelity. Amal, on the other hand, had been blindsided by the whole affair and was devastated by the betrayal. As news of the affair spread, Amal Clooney was seen in public looking visibly distressed. At a recent event in London, Amal was photographed wiping away tears as she made her way into a building, her demeanor a stark contrast to the poised and professional figure we're used to seeing. This rare glimpse into Amal's emotional state painted a picture of a woman heartbroken by the actions of her husband. Sources close to the couple have revealed that Amal has been struggling to come to terms with the betrayal. The couple, who once seemed so perfectly matched, now appear to be living in different worlds. Amal has reportedly been consulting with friends, family, and even legal advisors as she weighs her options moving forward. But what about George? While he's been in the media for his public apologies and regret, those close to him claim that George is deeply remorseful but also feels trapped by the pressure of being a public figure. Some sources have even suggested that George might not be ready to let go of the marriage just yet, but his behavior has caused irreparable damage to the trust they once shared. Rumors have circulated that Amal and George's marriage had already been under strain for some time. With their busy careers, family responsibilities, and the pressures of living in the spotlight, it's not surprising that things weren't always perfect. However, this affair seems to have been the breaking point. Amal, who has always been an advocate for justice, is said to feel deeply betrayed, not just by her husband's actions, but by the public nature of the scandal. Amal, known for her work with international human rights, has never been one to shy away from standing up for what's right. Some insiders believe that the affair, combined with George's repeated apologies and promises, is making it harder for her to reconcile her public persona with her personal life. She is a woman of principle, and this betrayal might just be too much for her to forgive. As the drama unfolds, the couple's family life has also been thrown into turmoil. George and Amal's twins, Ella and Alexander, are still very young, and both parents are reportedly trying to shield them from the media frenzy surrounding their marriage. However, their family has already been affected by the constant tabloid attention, with sources claiming that George and Amal have been having tense, emotional discussions about what's next for them and their children. The Clooney family has always been extremely private, and Amal is fiercely protective of her children. Many are speculating that Amal will do everything in her power to shield her children from the heartbreak of this public scandal, but the strain on their marriage is undeniable. At the end of the day, the Clooney's story is a reminder that even the most glamorous relationships can have hidden struggles. While George Clooney has apologized and expressed regret for his actions, the damage may be too much for Amal to overlook. No matter how this plays out, one thing is certain: the Clooneys are now facing the greatest challenge of their lives. What do you think about the George Clooney affair scandal? Will Amal Clooney forgive him, or will their marriage be torn apart forever? Let us know in the comments below.